Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jay Victoria here with a video about the divine feminine or feminine energy. Um, I am a feminine energy activator. So though I work with energy clearing negative energy from people with my sessions, I call it Energy Queen Alchemy. Um, a really important aspect of my work and like what I specialize in is the feminine. And I wanted to do this video because I know a lot of you are trying to awaken your feminine, trying to understand your feminine, and this will really help you. So the first thing I want you to know about feminine energy is that what we call feminine energy is exactly the same as the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, whenever you hear anybody talk about the Holy Spirit, you hear the Holy Spirit talked about in the Bible, it's feminine energy. That they're the same. And that is really important because sometimes when we're trying to heal and we're doing different things or we're working with energy trying to heal, there's the question, well, where does God fit into all this and Jesus? And what I found is that women have, if you identify as a woman, we have very unique experiences in life as humans. And this isn't to say that the Bible doesn't apply to us with the things it says, but we need an extra kind of layer of help, of understanding ourselves, of protection. Like we need that. And even physically, we're vulnerable in a way that if you identify as a man, you're not vulnerable in the same way. So it's really important that we understand ourselves. And when it comes to God, there are three parts, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And so it's the Holy Spirit aspect of God that I think makes it's like easy for women to come to God in a specific way. So if you're seeking feminine energy, you're seeking God. And I think that's beautiful. I think that God treats women with so much reverence. Truly, when Jesus was alive, he treated women with so much reverence as well. And his mother, even Mary Magdalene, who was like a prostitute, like he had and has so much reverence for women. And I'm always, with my work with energy, I work with Jesus, I work with the energy world, and he taught me how to do what I do, clearing negative energy, helping souls resurrect faster, come back to who you really are, bring your light, bring your gifts into this world. It really is all for his glory and from him. But I love that, you know, through me, and I think in a lot of ways in the world you'll see right now, he's bringing so much, he's lifting the feminine up. If you're a woman, you probably can feel that call to honor yourself, to love yourself, to give yourself the due, the respect that you deserve. And I believe that's coming from him. And the Holy Spirit is a beautiful pathway that women can feel safe approaching God. Because again, like as women, we can have issues with the masculine. We could have been abused by the masculine. We could have had dads that didn't love us the way we needed. We could have been treated badly by men and ghosted and abused and, you know, all these kinds of things, and threatened and perhaps even attacked and all kinds of things. So how are you supposed to then have a relationship with God the Father, right? I think God understands that. This is just me speaking, but I think he understands that. And so he gives you another route to him, which is the Holy Spirit. Again, that's one of his, that's the whole part of the Holy Trinity. So he understands, I think, like it's not always easy for us to be like, hey Jesus, hey God. As women, he invites us through the Holy Spirit, through our exploration of feminine energy, our own feminine energy, through watching how that provides for us, protects us, improves our lives, improves our health. You know, when you can create trust with your feminine, you're really creating trust with God. And I think that's genius. So let's talk more about what the feminine is. Energetically, the feminine is a spiritual technology that protects you and that brings you things to make your life easier. Basically, the feminine I see visually like kind of like in every woman, honestly, your feminine will not only look different as an energy visually and have different colors, but it will also have a smell. Like that's why some women like vanilla or like chocolate or all kinds of things like that. Like your actual feminine energy has like a perfume. So you might be like, it might be like for you like flowery. And one woman I was working with years ago when I first started um, doing my energy work, we both could smell like what smelled like perfume. We both could, and we were like, is there like a ghost here? Or like, but now looking back, I'm sure it was her feminine. We could actually smell it like a perfume in the air. It was beautiful. It smelled purple to me. It was like a purple flower. And for me, I know mine is kind of like vanilla caramel. And so I love that kind of scent. And what's cool is when you find out what that is, you can even ask yourself right now, like, what is just my favorite like scent? You can enhance your feminine by wearing that, by having candles, by having that scent around you. So trust the scent that speaks to you. I can hear people asking, does it change over time? Potentially. I think because we evolve not only as bodies but as souls. So potentially, yeah. But I think like the root of who you are will always kind of be there, if that makes sense. So I think you could like add or shift or change it, but I don't think it'll like the root of it will ever be like completely different. So like for me, like I'm kind of like vanilla caramel, but maybe like that could change to be a little spicy or, you know, other things like that. Anyway, fun to talk about, right? And yeah, even the color of your feminine, like that's something that if you wear it, it can help enhance that energy in you. So just think about when you think about colors that make you feel super feminine, that's probably the actual color of your feminine energy. And again, it's different in every woman, but some things that I've seen is it looks like a flower. It reminds me of those flowers that like eat things, because what it actually does when your feminine comes alive and it's strong, it eats negative energy that tries to get into you. It's like a literally, it does that. That's real. So when you see a woman who has super feminine energy and her life keeps getting better, that's why. Because the energies inside of you create your reality. So if you have something in you that's literally keeping out negative shit, you will have less negative shit in your life. I always think of the Kardashians because they have a lot of feminine energy. Their family system fosters that as a unit. So it's like kind of their lifestyle. Which not every woman has. That's why I do the work I do with feminine coaching, because listen, not everybody grew up in that environment. I'm one of those people, and a testament that you don't need to grow up in any kind of certain situation to activate your feminine. It's possible because it's part of who you are. You just need to learn how to bring it out, get the negative energy blocking it out of the way, which is what I do with my sessions. I clear your energy and also help you create a lifestyle through my coaching, habits that will foster your feminine, help it balance with your masculine. Basically, women who are disconnected from their feminine are usually just in their masculine. And you can't ever have too much feminine energy. That's a myth, because your feminine naturally bridges with your masculine. So they are meant to work together. But basically, so basically what I'm saying is that like your feminine and masculine they're never separate. They're two functions that work together. And the Kardashians are really interesting because they have that, and so I know that their energy is constantly keeping out negative stuff. It doesn't mean they don't deal with negative stuff, but it's like they're never overcome by anything, and they keep kind of thriving and growing, and the feminine keeps growing and producing new things and new fruits in their lives. And we all can be like that, every single woman. I think that we just need, number one, the information. We need to understand feminine energy, and we need to understand how it works, how to bring it alive in ourselves. That's why I show up and talk about it all the time. And also access to energy work that brings it alive in us, because those are two things that you need to know about feminine energy and bringing it alive that are really, really key. That naturally, if you're not blocked by negative energy, you will naturally have the balance of feminine and masculine that you need, meaning your feminine will be alive to the extent that she balances with your masculine. And that balance will be there. But when we're blocked by negative energy, what happens is the balance is thrown off. So part of the solution is actually getting your energy cleared. That's why if you work with a feminine energy coach and she's not cleansing your energy, you're not going to get the same level of results as fast. But just clearing your energy, even though it can help create that balance in you, is not enough either. Because if you get your energy cleared, but then you still live in a way, you have all these habits in place, right? From living your life so far a certain way, you can start to get imbalanced again. So it's important to get your energy cleared, but also create a lifestyle that balances your energy, that supports your feminine. It's not about leaving out the masculine, which is all the physical part of your life, but it's about learning to make them work together, learning how they desire to work together, and building trust with your feminine, because building trust with your feminine is the same as, again, building trust with God, because this is an aspect of God. This is holy, and the feminine can have such transformative effects on your life because this is God. So you might be wondering, hey, like, Jay, well, how do I do this? Well, what I would recommend is you break down what the Holy Spirit with the feminine is, which is 4 things: presence, pleasure, self-value, and your purpose. If you work on building those 4 things, you're working on building your feminine. And again, your feminine doesn't exist alone. She always balances with your masculine. I think a lot of women have a lot of masculine, so we don't need to like try to really push you there. It's more about having a balance. Your feminine is also receptive, so receiving more. But if you build those 4 things, meaning if any one of these is missing, then it will be hard for your feminine to be alive. So if you're really struggling, my number 1 recommendation is start getting more present. This might mean you need to rest, you need to sleep in, you need to literally just be present, you need to meditate, stop, right? That will start bringing your feminine alive. You can't be activated unless you're present. So that's the first step, but also creating a lifestyle that fosters presence where you're not disconnected, right? That's important too. Pleasure is doing things that you enjoy, having fun. You think of like French women have lots of the plaisir, like that's building your feminine too. That's important. Self-value is so important. They're all important, but that's really important. If people are putting you down and you're not disagreeing with them, if you're letting people treat you badly, if you treat yourself badly, you won't have feminine energy, because that's one of the ingredients. So you need to fix those things. Having boundaries is key for that. I'll link my boundaries video. It's 5 minutes in the description. If you don't know how to have boundaries, that will teach you in 5 minutes, okay? And then purpose. If you're doing all these things, this is a very common mistake I see people make with feminine energy. If you're doing all these things, but you're not focusing on your purpose every day, you won't have feminine energy either, because that's so intertwined into feminine energy in general. Is why are you here? So you need to have all 4. You need to build a lifestyle that supports those 4 things. And when you do that, your feminine will start to not only come more alive, keeping the negative energy out, helping you receive, giving you ideas to act on. That's one of the bridges between the feminine and masculine. Idea, action, giving you energy to do things with, receiving from the things you do. But she will like long term, you will just be happier. So it's not just about getting quick results, it's about creating a lifestyle. And to do that, if you're somebody who needs to do that, I recommend working with an expert, working with someone like me. I created a new program for the new year called New Life. It's 3 months, and you get 2 Energy Queen Alchemy sessions with me each week to clear your energy, as well as DM support in between Monday to Friday, so that we can talk in between about the challenges coming up, help you overcome them, and help you create new habits to foster your feminine energy and keep her strong for good. Once you create these habits, you're gonna be able to use this knowledge the rest of your life. So it's really a catapult forward to have feminine energy in your life, have the energetic support to clear what's in the way out of the way so she becomes activated. And once she's activated, to keep her alive with the habits. So yeah, that's what I have to say today about feminine energy. If you're interested in this support, the reason I called it New Life was because that is the feeling that my feminine energy clients have. They literally were in one place and then they're in a new life and they get to just live that life now. And I think that's so beautiful, so incredible. So if you're interested, I'll put my free consult link in the description and you can book there with me. And I hope that this information helped you understand your Holy Spirit, your feminine, and I can't wait to talk to you more. Bye.